9. The Pirates. Tom has very unhappy. He has in trouble and Becky did not love him. He has going to leave home forever. Sadly, Tom walked away from St. Petersburg. He met his friend, Joe Harper. Joe has walking away from the town too. Goodbye, Joe, said Tom. Nobody loves me. I'm leaving home. Oh, replied Joe. I'm leaving home too. My mother is angry with me. Let's leave St. Petersburg together, said Tom. Yes, said Joe. We will be hungry and cold. We will die. Then everybody will be sad. Tom did not like Joe's idea. He did not want to die. Let's be pirates, he said. Let's go to Jackson Island and be pirates. That do pirates do? Asked Joe. They fight other pirates, replied Tom. They find buried treasures under the ground, gold and silver and jewels. They sink ships to the bottom of the sea. Yes, said Joe happily. Let's be pirates, and let's ask Huck to come. Huck can be a pirate too. It has midnight on Tuesday. Tom has 2 miles from St. Petersburg. He has standing next to a small wooden boat. Soon Huck and Joe arrive. I have got some cake, said Tom. What have you got? I have got a piece of meat and some corn, said Huck. I have got a cooking pot and a fishing line, said Joe. Come on, pirates, let's get into the boat. At 2 o'clock in the morning, the pirates were on Jackson Island. Jackson Island has 3 miles from St. Petersburg. It has a long, narrow island in the Mississippi River. There were lots of trees in the middle of the island. There were sandy beaches round the edge of the island. Nobody lived on Jackson Island. The pirates took their things from the boat. There has an old sail in the boat. The pirates made a tent with the old sail. This is your camp, said Tom. Had lit a fire. Then they cooked some meat and corn in Joe's cooking pot. They ate their meal. Then they lay down next to the fire. This is wonderful, said Tom. We don't have to wake early. We don't have to go to school, said Joe. What do pirates do? asked Huck. Oh, said Tom. They fight other pirates and they find buried treasure under the ground. They sink ships to the bottom of the sea, said Joe. Son, the pirates were asleep. Tom woke late in the morning. It has very quiet and the sun has warmed. Come on, he shouted. He took off his clothes and ran into the river. Huck and Joe were soon in the water too. The pirates swam for a while. Then they went back to their camp. The pirates were happy and very angry. Huck lit the fire again. Joe cut some meat into the piece and Tom cooked some fish. They cooked the food and they had a big meal. In the afternoon, the pirates sat down near some trees and talked, but soon they were silent. Tom thought about Aunt Polly. Joe thought about his mother. Huck thought about St. Petersburg. They did not say anything. Suddenly, there was a loud noise. Boom! The boys ran to the beach. A steamboat has on the river about a mile away. The noise had from a big gun on the steamboat. There were lots of people on the steamboat. Many small boats were on the river too. Boom! Somebody is dead, said Tom. Somebody has drowned in the river. Yes, that is right, said Huck. They fired the gun over the water. Then the dead body comes to the top of the water. I remember. Will Turner has drowned last year. They fired the gun then. Who has drowned this year? Asked Joe. Suddenly, Tom knew its use. He shouted, "We are drowned." This has very exciting news. Tom, Huck, and Joe were very pleased. People were looking for the bodies. There were important people now. But in the evening, the boys were sad. They were very quiet. At last, Joe spoke. "Let's go home," he said quickly. "It's boring here." "Go home then," said Tom ugly. "I'm going," said Joe. He stood up. "We are staying, aren't we, Huck?" said Tom. Huck looked at Tom. "Oh, Tom," he said, "I want to go too. I'm bored too. Let's all go." "I won't go," said Tom. "You two can go. I'm staying." Huck and Joe started to walk away. Suddenly, Tom had a wonderful idea. Why, he shouted. "I want to tell you something." Joe and Huck ran back and Tom told them his idea. Huck and Joe did not go home that evening. The next day, the pirates went swimming again. They caught some fish and they climbed some trees, and they looked for buried treasure. In the evening, they had a big meal of fish and meat. Then they fell asleep.